Hello, Dr. Cohen. My name is Dave, and today I'm going to talk about the fifth leading cause of accidental death in the United States, with about 2,500 deaths annually, and that's choking. The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic in particular is because I think it's something where if we took a little bit of time and learned a couple of basic steps, we could potentially save someone's life or possibly your own. I'm not going to get into the later stages of choking, which would include someone being unconscious, because we'd have to talk about CPR, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. And I think, being that I'm going to put this on YouTube, if I was going to talk about CPR, I should at least be certified in CPR. And I was a lifeguard at least 20 years ago. I haven't been certified in at least that time. So I'm going to get into something a lot more basic. It's something that we've all heard about, and that is the Heimlich maneuver. All right, the Heimlich maneuver was developed by Dr. Henry Heimlich. It works. It makes a lot of sense, and it's something that you can utilize in a choking emergency to help somebody out. First and foremost, I want to just talk about the basics of choking, why it happens, how it happens, and what we can do if you see somebody choking. But I think we should all know just the basics of it before we get into what we can do to help somebody out. So, to understand choking, first you have to understand what goes on at the back of your throat hundreds of times per day. All the food that you eat and all the air that you breathe, it passes through your throat to get into your body. The food and liquid is going to go down one pipe, which is called the esophagus. That goes down to your stomach, while the air goes down another pipe, the trachea, and that goes into your lungs. Both of these pipes, they share an opening at the back of your throat. And you're probably thinking, all right, so if they share an opening, how does the food know which pipe to go down and the air and so on? Lucky for you, the body, it's got it figured out just like everything else. What happens is a little flap of cartilage called the epiglottis, that sits near your trachea, and every time you swallow, it springs into action. It acts like a little door. It closes off the entrance to your trachea so that food is sent down your esophagus into your stomach instead of into your lungs. Now, every once in a while, especially if you're, let's say, laughing while you're eating, or you're trying to talk with your mouth full of food, something your mom probably warned you against, somebody can start choking, and a piece of food like a hot dog or popcorn or what have you, it can slip down into the trachea. Most of the time, this isn't a big deal. The body is going to make you cough and force the food back up. But sometimes, especially if somebody cannot speak, if they can't breathe, that's a choking emergency, and that requires immediate steps. All right, the steps that you should follow. I'm going to go over what you should do with the Heimlich, and then I'm going to introduce a lovely assistant of mine, and we're going to show you exactly what to do. All right, so first and foremost, from behind, you want to wrap your arms around the victim's waist, and you want to make a fist and place the thumb side of your fist against the victim's upper abdomen below the rib cage, and it would be just above the navel or the belly button. Grasp your fist with your other hand and press into their upper abdomen with a quick upward thrust. Don't squeeze the rib cage. All right, we're not giving anyone a bear hug here. You're going to confine the force of the thrust just to your hands, and you want to repeat this until the object is expelled. All right, so I'm going to bring in my assistant, Sikorsa, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Sicilian names, we'll call her Sue, and we'll show you how the Heimlich maneuver is done. All right, so you want to step behind the victim. All right, make a fist. You want to go underneath the rib cage, just above the navel. The rib cage is right here, navel's down here, so right in the middle. With your other hand, come around, grasp your other hand, and you want to give upward thrust. You're not squeezing back into you. So again, you're not doing a bear hug. You're trying to force the food up and out. So you're going to squeeze upward and just keep doing this until the food is expelled. Okay? All right, thank you very much, Sue. All right, a lot of people don't know this, and what we just went over can obviously, you can help someone else if you see that person in a choking emergency, you can help them. But you can also help yourself. Many times throughout the year, whether it's the U.S. or anywhere else, there's a choking emergency and there isn't someone else to help you. You can perform the same exact steps that I just went over. Make a fist. Want to go underneath your rib cage. All right. Bring your hand around and force upward thrust. All right, to your abdomen until the food is expelled. And let's hope none of you out there have to ever utilize these steps. But in case someone is choking, now that you know, maybe you can help them out. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.